30 gallons of washer fluid. What the heck is that crazy random wrenching guy doing this time? Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're messing around with some washer fluid here. We're loading the tires on the back of my 1997 John Deere 755. Oh, that's right. You guys haven't seen this yet. Consider this a sneak preview. We'll get to it. We will get to it. Anyways, ordered some forks for the front of the bucket. And in order to use said forks safely and efficiently, you need to have some weight in the back. I do not have a ballast box. I may require one in the future, but what we're doing today is we're going to use washer fluid in there. Non-corrosive, cheap, non-toxic, available everywhere, and you can put it in at home. Get you in a stand here. I'll show you my setup, and let's get some fluid in there. Well, I know the opening scene there was more. Of course, I went and did the other side first, so I don't look like an idiot. Don't know what I'm doing over here. Now that I got all the bugs worked out, we'll record it. All right, so what I've got set up here, there's more than one way to do this, and I'll explain the other way. This is the way I'm going to do it. I've got a bucket here with some washer fluid in it. I've got a submersible pump with a fitting reducing it to garden hose size and a short garden hose. And I've got this fitting we got from Amazon. So that threads on the valve stem. That's your garden hose size. It's got an air bleed, which is pretty cool. It works. It's not really required, but it does work. It helps a little bit. So yeah, we just basically, I got the valve core out. There's no air on the tire left. These tires inflate to 50 pounds. But it takes actually, when it's empty of water or fluid, it takes quite a bit to fill them up to 50. Once you've got these suckers to valve stem level of fluid, it doesn't take much to get 50 pounds in that whatever is left of that room in there. So there's our adapter on there. Our garden hose fired up here. Make sure it's nice and snug. I don't want any leaks. Not that it matters, it's washer fluid. I'm going to top that up a little bit. It's going to take, well, got 15.5 gallons in the other tire, so I might actually need some more. I think maybe I put 16. I don't remember how many jugs I opened. There was a lot, is what I'm saying. So we'll let that pump in there. Let's get another jug in there. Just cheapy stuff. I think it worked out to be about 50 cents a pound for weight anyways. Pretty cheap. Called the parts store up and said, I have a strange request. I'm looking for 30 gallons of washer fluid. Got a price and I said, do you have 30 gallons of washer fluid? She goes, we just got a shipment, so yes, we have it. Okay, so the bucket's full. Extension cord is behind you guys. There we go. I can't even see what you're looking at. Okay, now I can see. And we're gonna pump, and the fluid will go down. But you do have to stop intermittently and purge, because as the fluid goes in, the air pressure goes up, and it will, eventually the pump won't pump pressure. It's a high flow pump, it's not a high pressure pump. It's going in. I could probably run all of that fluid in and add more before I have to purge it again. It's not super fast because it's a tiny little hole here in the adapter. Yeah, it's going down. The more fluid you get in there, the more often you have to purge it. There's a very good chance I can put another whole jug in there and just let it run basically 3 gallons in one shot. Which I'll do that right now. I may still need a ballast box, I don't know. I don't have to lift really heavy things, I just also don't want to flip the tractor up on its nose. That's a bad day. Yes, forks are coming up too. I might actually just record that video. They just literally got delivered today. They're sitting up leaning against the porch over there, so I might actually do that after this operation is done. I'm just watching the fluid level to watch that it's still going down. Once it stops going down, I know that the pressure is pumped out the maximum pressure into the tire, and I won't be able to get any more in it. I'll unplug the pump. The air purge here, while handy, is not necessary because there's no check valve in this pump, and the air will just push right back out of the hose and come out the bottom of the pump and purge itself, which it's been doing. So. Well, that gallon's gone. Put another one in. I'm gonna run out of gallons here. So I figured out the mathing. This weighs about 8.5 pounds per jug. I mean, I say gallons, but I've got American viewers, and they've got a different gallon than we do, and we don't even really use gallons up here anymore. We've got Imperial, they've got US gallons, and I don't know, but it's about 8.5 pounds per one of them jugs. Works out to about 114 pounds per tire in ballast by the time I do some of the fancy mathematician work. It's better than nothing. Easy enough to build a ballast box. Oh yeah, it's going in there pretty slow now. Oh yeah, you guys can see. So I'm gonna unplug this and watch the air come out. Ooh, look at it go. It's like a hot tub. That's just the air coming out of the tire now, out the bottom of the pump. It's not full of fluid. It's going to take a lot more than that. Like I said, I got 15.5 or 16 gallons jugs in the other side. Well, you don't have to wait till all the bubbles are gone, just a lot of them. Just speed up the process maybe a little. Good enough. Pump on. Now the pump doesn't want to prime because it's full of air. I'll just push the little purge button here and it should allow the air to come out and the pump will purge. There we go. And we're off. Let's get another gallon. Maybe 2. There's a lot of washer fluid. Non-corrosive, which is nice. Doesn't rot your rims out. It's not as heavy as, say, calcium chloride or the fancy beet juice salt stuff that they're mixing now. I can go to the hardware store anytime and get a jug of this, grocery store even. You just can't get calcium chloride or the beet juice stuff for tires at your local parts store. Well, it depends where you live. Maybe if you live in farm country, like I do. She's going. Anyways, don't need to bore you with this over and over and over again. It's literally what I'm doing. The same thing again. I'm going to wait till it goes down, wait till it slows down on its filling. I'll stop the pump, let the air purge out, top up the bucket again, turn the pump on, and just repeat the process. So we'll come back when I've got something different. Right where I'm near the top there, it'll start to come out the valve, and that's where I'll turn the video back on. This is going to be a relatively short video anyways, so we'll just jump back when we're there. Okay, we're getting pretty near the top here. We only got a jug or 2 left to go. And let this pail go down a little bit further. I don't have too much left over in there. Just got to strain it and put it in my old Chevy truck anyways. Just don't want the pump to cavitate. All right, we'll pull the plug and see what we get. We're either gonna get air or fluid. I know it's gonna be air because there's not enough in it yet, but that's what we're watching for. Still got air bubbles. Can you hear it? Still air bubbles. Still air out of the purge line, out of the little purge valve. When it's full to the bottom of the valve stem, or just above the valve stem, when I press this button, actually fluid will come out. And that's how you know that we're at your top of the valve. That's where it's supposed to be. So, a couple more gallons. We're gonna have a half gallon left in the bottom of this, even like the pump won't pull it right down to the very bottom of the pail. That's just the way the pump is. But yeah, that'll work just fine in my pickup truck. Strain some of the pine cones out of it. All right, so as you can see by the difference in the lighting, we're getting later in the day here. Needed more washer fluid, didn't have enough. But we are getting near the end here. Near the end. Might be one more, maybe two. We're gonna try one first. Upside is I got lots of empty jugs for used oil. Off she goes. I'm gonna let this one run down pretty low, and I'll stop the pump before I put more in. I'll stop the pump and see if I'm getting fluid coming back or just air. Getting there. Almost see the top of the pump. Well, top of the base of the pump. Almost. Unplug it before it cavitates. Still getting air out. Yep, let's go with another jug. Now it may spit half this back out. I don't know. Ah, hell with it. Dump the whole jug in. Makes the pump prime easier too. Plug her in. Yeah. Yeah, I say that and then it doesn't prime. We'll hold the purge valve here. Should push air out and the pump will prime. Just like that. Huh, almost like I did this on the other side before. It is pumping in, but it will pressurize the air that's in there and put more fluid in than we want. See what happens. If it's a little bit above the valve, I don't care. I'll just put the valve core in it and call her done. Once we get our fluid in there, then we can just use the air line and we top her up to 50 psi. That's what it says on the side of the wheel anyway. I'm getting pretty low now. Still air. Still air. Put another jug in. This is going to be too much. I know it is. But, like I said, I'll just strain it back out, put it in my truck. I go through one jug a winter in the truck, and the wife goes through one jug a day, I swear. She just drives with the washers pushed. Bzzz. That must be. Come on, purge. Here we go. Now it'll push back a mixture of water and air. Sorry, fluid and air, if it's going to push back fluid. Let's wait and see what happens. Hopefully we beat the rain. I think it's going to rain. Yeah. No bubbles. We're at fluid. Yep, I can hear the fluid in the valve. There we go, fluid coming out of the purge. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let that push itself backwards through the pump, and the fluid will come back into the bucket, and once that's leveled out, then I can just inflate up to the maximum pressure. Yeah, little bubble, oh, a couple of little bubbles. That's to be expected, but we're at our level. I'm not going to put any more fluid in there. So once this equalizes, put it up to 50 pounds, and that should be done. Then I'll unbox my pallet forks. All right, so we got the tires loaded. I mentioned before there's another way you can do this without a pump. All you need is a piece of even that clear vinyl tubing, 1/4 inch ID. And what you would do is you take the valve core out of the tire, let all the air come out. You need a floor jack, and you set your bucket up on the fender with the hose in the washer fluid. So you fill your bucket up, put a hose in there, use something to hold it in there, a clamp or a weight or whatever, something to hold the hose in the bottom of the bucket. Run the hose to the valve stem with the valve core out. Then you lower the tractor so it squishes the tire. The weight of the tractor squishes the tire down, and what that'll you'll hear the air come out of the hose, and then you jack the tractor back up again. And as the tire tries to pull itself into shape again, it'll actually pull fluid out of the bucket down into the tire, and it eventually will not flow anymore. You just watch your level going down, and then once it stops flowing, you would lower the tractor again, squish the bottom of the tire, it pushes the air out, and then when you lift it up again, as the tire straightens out, it sucks the fluid in. That works too. I had the pump, I already had the adapter, I already had the hose. I went and bought this thing to screw onto the valve stem. It's 20 bucks. It was on Amazon. It was cheap. I figured, why not? Another tool to have. You don't need it. You can do it without any of that stuff. All you need is a piece of 1/4 inch ID hose, and you can do it yourself. Washer fluid, a pail, and a hose. That's all you need. Anyways, that's that for this job. Isn't she nice? You guys haven't seen it yet, but I got things to do on it. So next thing is unboxing my pallet forks. Oh, the phone never ends. Nope. Suspected spam. Pallet forks. I'm gonna do an unboxing after this video. Close this one out. Start a new one. I got some stuffs. Now this is not a resale unit. It may be later, but this is mine. It's my little guy. I like this tractor. It's got 3-cylinder Yanmar, diesel, it's 4-wheel drive, got the loader. I made an adapter on the back for moving trailers around. And yeah, it comes in real handy around here. Thanks for joining me, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you do subscribe, give that bell a dingle. It'll let you know when I upload new videos. Till the next one, take care.